What up, people? Let's talk about growth. A journey with blisters and sores. A trail never walked before, but one you're meant to carve for yourself. One you expect to be done with overnight. A process as uncomfortable as the idea of stagnation. Yet the action of stagnation is one of the most comfortable things you can do. Because stagnation is the absence of the thoughts that will grow you. So it's easy to be caught in the loop. Because you're not required to think of anything outside of your immediate comfort zone, whereas growth takes place pretty far outside of your comfort zone. Our climb is guided and shaped by obstacles and our reactions to them. And just like a tree, every inch we move and shape we grow into is molded by the twists and turns that get in our way. See, growth is not orthodox. None of how we grow is or has been previously established, determined, or accomplished. It doesn't follow a trend or pattern, it follows the hardships that guide it. And your experiences and reactions are unique. So is your pathway and the timing in which you make it to where you're going. We want to rush, and I get it. Life could end any second. And why would we want to spend our last moments in the uncomfortable state that is growth? Why remain bottled up in a cocoon when we could be out flying? So we bottle in what makes us uncomfortable. But we don't realize the more we stuff inside, the more weight we carry. And the more weight, the more that's keeping our feet glued to the ground rather than flying. Now that doesn't mean being grounded is the issue. We can't confuse being still with being stagnant. It's actually the opposite. It's actually good for us. It's good to be actively engaged with the present moment, to be silent without the quiet being too much to bear, or to be silent even when it's too much to bear. What hurts you will teach you. When you're uncomfortable, you grow. None of this means to seek out pain. This just means stop running from it. Embrace what's yours. Understand the cuts and bruises, make peace with the wrinkles under your eye and the things that cause them. And if you can't do that, it's not too late to change. If you're too tired, then you can adjust. If you don't appreciate what's making you tired, who says you have to stay the same? Is it a fear because the action is uncomfortable? Or a fear that moving forward is something you're not ready for? You're not meant to stay the same. Just because some don't grow at the same pace as you doesn't mean you have to stunt your growth just to appeal to the wrong crowd. Or maybe that crowd is yourself, and maybe it's time to shed your old skin. Because maybe that crowd isn't meant for you anymore. Maybe the old you isn't meant for you anymore. And real growth includes appealing to yourself no matter how others feel. Real growth includes being okay even if you don't feel like you're growing. I get that sounds counterintuitive, but being okay with where you are isn't the thing that's hurting you. The idea that every step you take isn't enough is. Take steps and appreciate them for what they are, even if it's a step back. Because taking a step back can put a lot into perspective. I know that every day that passes only feels like less time. That the compounded weight of all the time that's passed doesn't feel like it's adding up. But that timing isn't up to you. And how would you know whether you're taking the right steps or not without that step back? Without that step back, you can't evaluate your options, but I wish you could. Because I'm as uncomfortable as ever watching time pass and feeling like it's passing me by. Life's short, so it's fair to not want to waste your life. But what part of loving you and what's around you is a waste? What part of looking at your options and taking time to pick the right one is a mistake? If only we could make those choices faster, but we can't. So what's the point in being unhappy with the place you're at if none of it's in your control anyways? You can't convince a flower to bloom faster or a tree to grow without bumps. So no, not every step provides an instant gratification, but it does provide a new view of the life around you. But through it all, you'll find moments of excitement. Moments where the sun peeks through and highlights how far you've come and how much you've learned. And after a lifelong battle for growth, Nothing feels more comfortable than being comfortable inside your own skin, even if that's just for a fleeting moment while we have it right now. I can't guarantee you that things will be better, but I can guarantee you that you will feel better with your surroundings if you take part in your surroundings. That's real growth, and I hope you take it up. Thank you for listening.